The young and the restless spoilers full. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday, it's raining outside, and honestly, my brain is just absolutely fried from staring at this screen all day. But we have to talk about Genoa City because things are just going off the rails right now. Grab a coffee or something stronger because we need to dive into this mess. So let's just get right into it because my head is spinning today. Nikki is at the hospital, and she is in bad shape, you guys. Like, really, really bad shape. She's complaining about these relentless headaches that just won't stop. And the worst part, her vision is fading. It's getting so bad that she can barely even make out Victoria's face when she's standing right there in the room. Just imagine that for a second. You look at your own daughter and you can't even see her clearly. Nikki is absolutely terrified. And honestly, I don't blame her at all. It's terrifying, just completely terrifying. She's usually so put together. The great Nikki Newman, always perfect hair and perfect clothes. And now she's just this scared woman in a hospital bed who can't even see straight. And then Dr. Nowling comes in. Oh boy, Dr. Nowling. So he finally admits that he was planning to discuss radiation and other treatment options at her follow-up appointment. But now he says she needs surgery as soon as possible because it's a tumor, a massive, aggressive brain tumor. And I'm just sitting here screaming at my screen like, what do you mean you were going to wait until a follow-up? Why wouldn't you lead with that information earlier? What kind of hospital is this? But of course, because it's Genoa City Memorial, they don't actually have anyone who can do the surgery. Shocking, right? A billionaire family funds half the wing, but they don't have a neurosurgeon skilled enough to handle this specific high-risk procedure. So typical for this show. Whenever someone is on their deathbed, suddenly the local hospital is just a glorified urgent care clinic. So Victoria has to be the one to break the news to Victor. She tells him what's going on, and Victor goes into full-on crisis mode, saying he's going to find the best surgeon possible. And look, I have to pause here. I have to just stop and rant for a second. Victor is acting like the deeply concerned, desperate husband. He's making calls. He's taking charge. But let's be real. Let's look at the bigger pattern here. Have we forgotten what he literally just did a few episodes ago? He used these exact same severe headaches to convince Nikki she was dying so she would sign that medical power of attorney, which was actually a trap to steal her Newman Enterprises shares. He's been liquidating her assets while she's heavily sedated. So now I'm watching him play the hero and I'm just feeling sick to my stomach. Is he actually trying to save her? Or is he just trying to control the narrative so no one realizes he's basically looting his wife's estate before she even takes her last breath? Maybe I'm being too harsh. Okay, that sounded really dark, but you get what I mean. Victor is ruthless. He is entirely capable of playing both sides. He wants her alive, sure, but he also wants her money. It's just so twisted. So anyway, Victor goes back to the ranch and he finds Nick, and he drops this massive bomb on him about Nikki's tumor and the fact that she might go completely blind. Poor Nick. Seriously, hasn't Nick been through enough lately? He just survived that horrific car crash because of the fentanyl that Matt Clark planted. He's dealing with his own massive trauma and addiction issues, and now he finds out his mom has a brain tumor and is going blind. The writers are just piling it on this guy. It's almost too much. I mean, how much can one character take before they just completely snap? But Nick rushes to the hospital to be by Victoria's side. And Victoria is just a mess, but she's trying to hold it together like she always does. She explains the medical plan to Nick, and it is grim, you guys. The plan is to go in and remove as much of the tumor as possible just to save Nikki's vision, just to stop her from going blind. And then they hope to shrink whatever is left of the tumor with radiation. But Victoria warns him that this surgery is incredibly high risk, like life or death, high risk. They could damage her motor skills. They could disrupt the blood flow to her brain. Think about what that actually means. If they mess up, Nikki could end up in a wheelchair. She could have permanent brain damage. She could lose her ability to speak or move. The stakes are just astronomically high. And they are just standing there in the hospital hallway, realizing that their mother might never be the same again. It's actually really heartbreaking to watch the Newman kids realize how fragile their parents actually are. Meanwhile, Victor is working the phones because that's what Victor does. He throws money and power at a problem until it goes away. He calls Nate Hastings, which, okay, makes sense. Nate used to be a brilliant surgeon before he became a corporate suit. Victor asks Nate if he knows anything about this hotshot doctor in New York, Dr. Virginia Nottingham, but Nate doesn't really know her. But guess who does? Stephanie Simmons. Yeah, Stephanie Simmons. She just happens to be right there. Nate hands the phone over to her, and I'm just like, wow, the convenience of this town is amazing. Stephanie is already dealing with all this heavy emotional baggage with Malcolm and their secret son Holden, and now she's suddenly the key to saving Nikki Newman's life. But whatever, it moves the plot forward. Stephanie says that Dr. Nottingham has an amazing reputation. She's the best of the best. So Stephanie agrees to reach out to her. She leaves voicemails. She sends texts. She even leaves messages with her answering service in case the doctor is currently in the middle of a surgery. It's this frantic, desperate attempt to get a hold of the one person who can fix this. And then we get this really tense waiting game. You know how the show does this. They drag out the suspense. So Victor, Victoria, Nick, and Claire are all gathered together at the hospital. And it's interesting that Claire is there, right? She's the newest addition to this messy family tree. And she's just standing there, trying to be supportive, probably feeling totally overwhelmed by the sheer scale of Newman family drama. I kind of feel bad for her. She just wanted a family, and now she gets a front row seat to a life or death medical crisis. Victor announces to the group that he thinks he's found the absolute best surgeon in the entire country. He's confident. He's Victor. But Victoria isn't buying the false hope. She's looking at the clock. She's looking at her mom. She asks the question we are all thinking, how soon can this doctor actually get here? Because every single minute counts right now. Victoria is terrified that the clock is going to run out, that the tumor is going to press too hard on the optic nerve, and Nikki's vision will be gone forever before Dr. Nottingham even steps foot off her private jet. And that's where we are left hanging. Just this awful, suffocating tension. Will the doctor get there in time? Will Nikki go blind? Will she survive the surgery without losing her motor skills? And seriously, what is Victor really up to behind the scenes? I don't know how this is going to end well. Who actually believes this is going to end well? The writers have been pushing Nikki to the brink for months now. Between the drinking relapses, the kidnappings, the trauma, and now a brain tumor, it feels like they are tearing her down to nothing. And the fans on social media are freaking out. I saw so many tweets today saying they are going to kill off Nikki, but they wouldn't do that, would they? No. Melody Thomas Scott is a legend. You don't just kill off Nikki Newman, but they might permanently change her. They might actually make her go blind. or they might leave her with some kind of lasting damage that changes the dynamic of the whole family. And if she does survive, if she wakes up and realizes that Victor used her moment of absolute terror to steal her shares, oh my God, the fallout is going to be nuclear. Victoria is already suspicious. She already noticed the assets being liquidated. If Nikki wakes up and finds out her loving husband was robbing her blind while she was literally going blind, that is going to be the divorce of the century. Honestly, my heart just hurts for Nick and Victoria in all of this. They are so flawed, but they love their mother fiercely. Seeing Nick pace around that hospital, looking like he's about to shatter into a million pieces, it's rough. It's just really rough television. But it's also why we watch, right? We love the drama. We love the pain. We just want to see how they climb out of the wreckage. So, yeah, that's where my head is at today. It's a messy, clunky storyline, but I am fully invested. I need to know if Dr. Nottingham answers her phone. I need to know if Victor gets away with his shady trust fund garbage. I just need to know. Anyway, I'm going to go take some aspirin because thinking about Victor Newman's logic is giving me my own headache. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Nikki is going to lose her sight? Do you think Victor is actually trying to save her, or is this all part of his sick game? Let's talk about it.